record. So next point which we are going to discuss is workspaces. Okay, so workspace in short, something the thing on which we are going to work. Okay, so which consists different tools for required to perform a particular operation. For example,
Mm.
if suppose I'm going to I want to drill one hole into a component, so I have to go to the drilling machine. So drilling machine will be that particular workspace for drilling operation. If I want to go for tapping, if I want to go for milling, turning, so different machines are there. So different machines means what? Different workspaces are with us. With the help of those workplace, we can complete our task, the drilling, milling, whatever task is there. So like in case of AutoCAD also, we are having different workspaces. Okay, for example, if I want to work only drafting and annotation, so I do have a 2D environment. I want to go for 3D modeling, so I do have a 3D basic, okay, or a 3D modeling. So how to switch in between these three workspaces? Okay, so actually Katya has these three workspaces, okay, in case of mechanical engineering. So very first one is drafting and annotation. Second one is 3D basic, and third one is 3D modeling. Okay, so there is no big difference between 3D basic and 3D modeling. So just there is a difference of tools. Okay, so the 3D basic has very limited tools. 3D modeling has more than the basic tools. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
how to switch in between these three workspaces? So we have to reach to the task. So this is our task bar, sorry, status bar. And on the status bar, here we are having one option that is workspace switching. Workspace switching icon is there. So simply click on this particular drop down arrow. Okay, and here we are getting a list of these three workspaces. So very first one is drafting and annotation, second is 3D basics, and third one is a 3D modeling. Okay, and if you want to make any customization in these three workspaces, we can go from these options. At this moment, we are
Okay.
going to see only these three in short, these three workspaces. The very first one is draft and annotation, which is we are seeing. Okay. Then next one is 3D basics. If I click on it, so that particular workspace is get activated, and whatever tools required for doing modeling will be observed or will be shown over here on a ribbon. Top ribbon is there. Okay. Other things are same. It consists menu bar. It consists palettes, and in palettes we are having different tools, but these tools are useful for only modeling. Okay, as well as it consists draw tool also. Okay, here, but very limited options are there, very limited tools are there for drawing. Okay,
Okay.
then modify panel is also the first, which will assist us to edit the drawn components or drawn objects.
Okay, sir.
And you will see this workspace is 3D modeling. So again, it is also same, but here the addition of tool is more. More tools are there. Right, for drawing, we are having a particular tab. Here also, we are having different options in modify section. So the number of tools is get increased in a third workspace. So at this moment, we are going to focus on drafting and annotation.
Drafting in?
So this is all about the drafting and annotation.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the introduction about this user graphics interface as well as the workspace, okay, on which we are going to work, the workspace which we are going to in this course.
Okay.
So next thing is setting the standards. So before going to draw something, before going to work, before going to annotate, we must set initially some standards. Okay, standards in the sense we should define which units we are going to use. We should define the limit within which we are going to working. Then we have to define the drafting settings. For example, the grids on and off, the snap on and off, object snap and on and off. So different drafting settings we have to complete. We have to done before start sketching or before start drawing.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see how to do it. So it's very simple. initially how to set units.
Okay.
So for that purpose, we can go from two options. Okay, so very first option is from here. Here at the top left corner, we are seeing one symbol of A, okay, and which consists of drop down. So simply click on this particular drop down. We are getting different options which will assist us to have a new file, to open a existing file, to save a file or to save as file, for exporting file, okay, publish, print, and other different options are available here. Okay, so we have to go drawing utilities. Okay, in drawing utilities we are having units, one of the option. So simply click on that particular option, or so that is the first method to access the units. Second is simply enter un into the command window.
Okay.
Okay, so command window is here un.
Okay.
So it will list us whatever commands are there which will start with un.
Hmm.
So very first one unit, okay, then enter. Once we press enter button, we are having one drawing unit dialog box. Okay,
Okay.
so in that we are having different options. So very first one is length. So we are going to define standards for length. In that type of length, okay, so the type of length will be a architecture if you are civil engineers or if you are architect. Okay, decimal is for all,
Hmm.
uh, for engineering, fractional, and scientific. So different options are available with us. We can go either with engineering or decimal. So at this
Okay.
moment, I'm the constant decimal, and then we are going to define precision of that dimension or that length. Okay, so I will make precision up to 2 digits. Done. Then left right side of this length there is a angle. Okay, so here we are going to define the type of angle,
Hmm.
either degree, minutes, seconds, gradients, radians, or Servius units. Okay, at this moment, I'm going to keep it as a decimal degree. Okay, for that, 1 minute. Yes, here in case of angle also, we can go for defining a precision. Okay,
Okay.
I will keep it as single digit. Okay, and here we are having another option, that is if in which direction I want to measure an angle. Okay, so by default it is going to measure angle in clockwise direction. Okay, if we want it in a clockwise direction, we can simply click on this checkbox, so it will reverse the direction of angle measurement. Okay, so in AutoCAD will measure the angle in a clockwise direction. Okay, it will measure from, it will consider east is a 0 degree. Okay, then north is a 90 degree, west is a 180, and west is a 270 degree. Okay, so likewise the angle will be get measured in case of AutoCAD. If I will click clockwise, then west will become a 0 degree, north will become 90, and east will become a 180 degree.
Okay.
Then next very important one is insertion scale. You need to scale inserted content. Okay, so here by default it is in, so we can change based on our requirement. So generally we work in a millimeters. So here I'm going to select millimeters as the insertion scale,
Okay.
and below that we are getting a sample output, how the dimensions are going looking, or how whatever values we are giving to the this particular line angle will be look like this.
Okay.
Then next, standard units for lighting. So by default it is international. Okay, we can go for American or generic. So here in this case also I'm going to keep it as a international. Okay, so more than that, if you want to set this unit standard, here as I told earlier, east is a 0 degree, north is a 90, west is a 180 degree. So we can define from here the angle should be start measured. Okay, so whenever we are going to give an angle, so it will measure from east. Okay, and that is 0, and from that it will measure in anti-clockwise direction. So at this moment I am going to keep it as a constant.
But I'm
So drawing,
change also.
yes,
Oh, it will be changed.
hello,
Now, sir, my question is that we can change the
yes,
angle of and all northeast, west, so.
I don't get your question.
So like
Please repeat.
and all on the we do the drawing basically in anti-clockwise or clockwise. It will depend on that, no?
It will depend on our what we can say, our opinion. Okay, so we can go from any directions, but if you want to increase our efficiency, generally we keep it as a constant. Okay, so if you are working in some industry and which requires you should measure anti-clockwise, or the problem which tells us that the angles measured in a particular problem are from anti-clockwise direction, so we can change or we can vary this option. Okay, otherwise we keep it as constant. It will assist us, it will try to increase our productivity, so that is why the options are there.
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now the unit setting is over. Simply we have to click on okay. Okay, now units are get set. Next thing is we are going to define limits. Limits is the invisible thing. Okay, so which will not visible here for us. So simply we are going to put units. Units means what? We are going to define in which space we are going to work. Okay, for example, and how to apply this limits? Simply hit the limits or enter limit into the command line. Okay, and then enter. So it will ask us specify lower left corner. So that will be 0,0. Enter. Then specify upper right corner. Okay, so I will make it as a 500, 500. Okay, then now limit is set. Limit is from this point to a point somewhere over here. Okay, which is having coordinates as a 500 and 500. So next thing is what? We should activate that particular limit. So initially we have set the limits. What is the boundary of a limit? Next is we have to make it on and off. So again enter limit into the command window. Done, and make it on. Okay, so what it will does, now I will take a line and we start drawing from out of this particular point. Okay, it will not allow me to click a point or specify point beyond its limits, because this space is not inside this particular limit which we have defined. The particular limit which we have defined is from this point to somewhere here.
Okay.
Okay, so and if I will click inside this particular space, it will take a line, but it will not take a point beyond taking a point. But if I'll come under which whatever limit we have defined, it is going to take a point. Clear? Setting limit and making it on and off. Now if I will make it off, I will get a mobility to draw anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'll make it off. Okay, now I can draw anywhere in a space.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, I will make it on. Okay, done. The next is very important setting, that is drafting setting. So for that, just simply we have to enter DS the command window. DS. Okay, hit the enter button. Drafting setting. Done. So we are having one dialog box. Okay, drafting setting box. So in that we are having different options. Okay, different settings we have to do over here. So the very first one is snap and grid. So snap and grid means what? Whatever grid lines we are seeing over here in a space. Okay, so these boxes are there. Okay, so these boxes are called as grids, which is having a particular distance between these two. Okay, one cubical square is there. So we are having number of squares connected to each other. So that is called as grid. And it is what? If we are trying to draw something on this particular scheme with snap mode on. So it is going to shift our cursor from this particular point to second. Okay. For example, if I will make it as on, snap mode is on. Okay. Now I will take a line. See, observe. If I want to draw a point or draw a line between these two lines, this vertical line and this vertical
Mm-hmm.
faint line. Okay, so it is not going to allow me to draw a point at this particular point. It will directly shifting me to the next point, next point, next point.
Okay.
Okay, so this is called as snap.
So you can go in a series, but not in a parallel way.
No, we can vertically as well, but the shifting will be from this point to point. Okay, corner points of this particular square box. Okay, it will track only these corner points of this, what we can say, faint square.
Uh,
It will only shift our points to
so
this
the
point.
corner points of the box, it will allow from there, not from the middle of the box.
No, it will not allow to draw in between these 2 points. Okay, simply it will shift to the next point. Shift to the next point. If I want to draw in between these two, I have to define the distance, which is not 0.5. Okay. If we are drawing
I'm not,
randomly, it is a point like this,
so I'm
from 0.5 to next 0.5.
not
Yes, it will shift our point, but
this.
yeah,
You have on the snap, but I'm understanding what are you going to explain.
I wasn't understood your question.
So nah, I didn't got that. If we, what is the benefit of like why if you on the snap like in from settings drafting setting, then तो
Mm-hmm.
फिर उसका वो क्या होता है like क्या पर्पस क्या होता है वो समझना है, जैसे आपने बोला ना पॉइंट टू पॉइंट नहीं समझ रहा मुझे.
ओके, सो ये क्या कर रहा है, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं एक लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, इसका जो डिस्टेंस है स्नैप पॉइंट जो है कितने का है, ये 0.5 से शिफ्ट हो रहा है. नेक्स्ट गया मैं तो इधर यहाँ पे करता हूँ या फिर मैं यहाँ पीछे जाता हूँ, ये कितने पॉइंट डिस्टेंस से पीछे जाता है, 0.5. इतने ही डिस्टेंस से पीछे जाता है. अगर मैं पीछे जा रहा हूँ तो कितने जा रहा है, 0.5 से पीछे जा रही है. अगर मैं ऊपर जा रहा हूँ तो ये 0.5 सीधा 1 पर शिफ्ट होता है. मतलब ये शिफ्टिंग कितने
लिमिट
में
आ
है,
जाता
0.5 का शिफ्टिंग हो रहा है. हाँ, ये क्यों किया है कि हमने सेटिंग किया है हमारे हमें असिस्टेंट करने के लिए. अगर
है.
मुझे एक कोई बॉक्स चाहिए तो उसका जो वैल्यूज रहेगा तो हमें वो स्पेसिफिक है
हम्म.
वैल्यूज का, ठीक है, इतना ही शिफ्ट होना है, इतना ही शिफ्ट होना है, इतना है. तो इसके लिए हमें ये पॉइंट्स क्यों ड्रा करना है. अगर मैं प्रॉपरली ये पॉइंट है तो मुझे ऐसे ही नहीं मिलेगा.
हाँ.
अगर ग्रिड पॉइंट्स ऑन रहते हैं तो प्रॉपरली वो दोनों पॉइंट्स मैच हो जाए. अगर मैं ये पॉइंट यहाँ क्लिक कर दिया, मैं एंटर कर दिया लाइन, ठीक है, अभी मुझे बाद में यही से पॉइंट स्टार्ट करना है, मैं सीधे जो पॉइंट है मुझे ट्रैक करना इजी जाएगा.
हाँ.
ठीक है, क्लिक कर दिया, यहाँ आ गया
ओके.
एंटर. अगर ये बीच में रहेगा तो उसमें थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्टी ज्यादा रहेगा. ठीक है, वहां से कितना डिस्टेंस जाना है, क्या डिस्टेंस जाना है. तो ये खाली इट इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज आवर प्रोडक्टिविटी.
ओके. आई गॉट.
If you want to make it on, you can keep it on. If you want to make it off, you can make it off. Okay, so it depends on users how it is
Okay.
going to use the software.
Okay.
Then again we will go into the DS drafting setting. So in that we can and whatever spacings we want. अभी क्या हो रहा था, जो हमने लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहे थे वहाँ पे कितने का हो रहा था, वो 0.5 का हो रहा था. इफ यू वांट टू मेक दिस बिगर वन, ठीक है, अभी अगर हमें स्पेसिंग करना है तो हम इधर से चेंज कर सकते हैं. 0.5 से हम इसको 100 कितना भी कर सकते हैं, तो उतने पॉइंट से वो सीधा शिफ्ट हो जाएगा.
Okay.
ओके, सो लाइकवाइज वी आर हैविंग पोलर स्पेसिंग एज वेल. ओके, पोलर स्नैपिंग वो भी हम कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, आइसोमेट्रिक स्नैप भी कर सकते हैं. पोलर स्नैपिंग में क्या रहेगा, वो अभी हम अगर इधर से लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, ओके, अभी ये लाइन ड्रॉ करना हमने चालू कर दिया, ठीक है, ये यहाँ आ गया. अभी मुझे क्या चाहिए, एक ऐसा अगर शिफ्ट हो रहा हो ना ऊपर में, तो मुझे क्या चाहिए कि एक पर्टिकुलर एंगल चाहिए, इतने एंगल से वो आगे ऐसा शिफ्ट होना चाहिए. जैसे हम स्ट्रेट लाइन के लिए शिफ्ट होते थे इस पॉइंट से इस पॉइंट तक, तो वैसे ही ये कैसे शिफ्ट होना चाहिए, बायन एंगल, सम एंगल. ठीक है, 30 20 जितने में एंगल रहेगा उतना एंगल से ये शिफ्ट होना चाहिए आगे,
Okay.
ठीक है। एंटर। देन नेक्स्ट वन इज ग्रिड ऑन, ठीक है। ग्रिड में भी हम ये जो स्पेसिंग दिख रहा है हमें, तो उसका स्पेसिंग हम चेंज कर सकते हैं। अभी के लिए ये दोनों का कॉमन रखा है, स्नैप स्पेसिंग और ग्रिड स्पेसिंग, ये दोनों कॉमन है, ठीक है। सो इसमें ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है, खाली ये ग्रिड लाइंस ऑन ऑफ करना है, ठीक है। उसके साथ अगर हमें स्नैप ऑन रखना है तो ऑन रख सकते हैं, ऑफ रखना है तो
हाँ,
रख सकते हैं। द नेक्स्ट इज ट्रैकिंग और पोलर ट्रैकिंग। सो व्हाट डज इट मीन बाय पोलर ट्रैकिंग? पोलर ट्रैकिंग में क्या करते हैं?
एंगल सेट करते हैं।
ठीक है, ठीक है। सपोज सो ठीक है, अभी मैं लाइन ले रहा हूँ, I want to draw a line, okay, so which will be starting from this particular point, okay, and that point should be the line of action, or what we can say, the line which is perpendicular to this particular point. तो यहाँ जो पॉइंट रहेगा उसी पॉइंट के पास, लेकिन यहाँ से चालू होना है लाइन को। तो ऐसा लाइन ड्रॉ करना है तो हम इधर, मैं पहले इधर आ गया, यहाँ से मैं नीचे आ गया, तो एक ग्रीन लाइन दिख रहा है, तो वी आर गेटिंग वन ग्रीन लाइन।
ओके,
ठीक है सर, ठीक है। यहाँ से क्या कर दिया मैंने, फिर अब ये लाइन करना, ड्रॉ करना स्टार्ट कर दिया। तो ये क्या किया मैंने, इस पॉइंट को मैंने ट्रैक किया यहाँ तक, ठीक है, और यहाँ से मैंने करना चालू कर दिया। तो इसी तरह हम क्या कर सकते हैं, ये जो एंगल्स रहता है तो वो एंगल भी हम ट्रैक कर सकते हैं, उसी को बोलते हैं
फिर
पोलर
से
ट्रैक।
करके देखिए,
अभी
वो
ये पॉइंट,
पॉइंट ट्रैक।
यस यस,
मैं बोल रहा था एक बार फिर से करके बता सकते हो पॉइंट ट्रैक कैसे?
हाँ यस यस, डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली। तो अगर मैं लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ, मुझे क्या चाहिए, अभी पॉइंट है,
हाँ
इस पॉइंट को मुझे ट्रैक करना है, ठीक है। कैसे ट्रैक करना है, एक तो हॉरिजॉन्टल ट्रैक करने का,
हाँ
ये हॉरिजॉन्टल आ गया। अगर मुझे वर्टिकल ट्रैक करना है, वर्टिकल कर रहा हूँ मैं, ये थोड़ा सा
हाँ।
एंगुलर ट्रैक करना चाहता हूँ मैं, ट्रैक कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है। इस तरह हम क्या कर सकते हैं, उसको पॉइंट को ट्रैक करके हम आगे के जो एक्शन है वो हम कर सकते हैं। अभी अगर विदाउट ट्रैकिंग अगर हम स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं तो हमें ये मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा कि हम एक्चुअली कहाँ से शुरू करना है। अभी ये स्नैप ऑन है इसलिए हमें वो असिस्ट कर रहा है, अगर स्नैप ऑफ होता तो इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू असिस्ट अस, ओके, फॉर स्टार्टिंग द पॉइंट।
हाँ,
अगर मैं यहाँ से ही चालू हो जाता,
ट्रैक किया सर,
हाँ
एक पॉइंट से ऊपर के पॉइंट तक ड्रैग किया आपने, उस बीच में तो लाइन आया ही नहीं ना?
नहीं, वो नई लाइन नहीं चाहिए ना मुझे, खाली उसको ट्रैक करने का है मुझे। इसका जो अभी
हाँ,
मैं इधर से अगर लाइन निकाला है, तो जो दोनों पॉइंट्स है ना, वो दोनों पॉइंट्स कहाँ पे, सेम लाइन पे,
हाँ,
यहीं पे है और यहीं पे। हाँ,
अच्छा,
तो
हाँ,
मुझे है ना, मैंने ये पॉइंट ट्रैक किया ऊपर, मुझे यहीं से ही स्टार्ट होना है ना उसको, इसलिए मैंने वो ट्रैक किया
हाँ,
उसको, तो इसको बोलते हैं ट्रैकिंग। तो इसी की तरह पोलर ट्रैकिंग है, वो करके देख। पोलर ट्रैकिंग ऑन कर दिया, ठीक है। एंगल की कितना रखा है हमने, 30 डिग्री रखा है, वो 30 डिग्री के बाद 60 होगा, 60 के बाद 90 होगा, तो इस तरह से वो ऐड होता जाएगा एंगल। ओके कर दिया। ठीक है, अभी मैं स्नैप बंद कर देता हूँ, वो चालू रखना है मुझे। पोलर ट्रैकिंग चाहिए ना, अभी पोलर स्नैप चाहिए। ठीक है, मैं स्नैप बंद कर देता हूँ अभी के लिए। पोलर ट्रैकिंग, ठीक है। अभी दिख रहा है 30 को ग्रीन लाइन दिखा रहा है।
हाँ,
अभी ये कितने को दिखाएगा, 60 को दिखा रहा है। अभी ये कितने को दिखेगा, 90 को दिखाया,
हाँ,
120 को दिखाया। तो लाइक दिस वी कैन ट्रैक the angles as well.
ओके,
Okay, so which will guide us, which will assist us to complete our drawing.
हाँ,
This is how the tracking, polar tracking works. DS, enter. Okay, I will keep it on. Then next one is object snap and then 3D object snap. So we are going to discuss about only object snap because it is going to assist us in 2D drafting and annotation.
Okay.
So in that snap means what already we have seen a snap. Okay, but that snap was grid
Yeah.
snap. Okay, and this snap is object
Yes.
snap. So it is going to snap our point, our cursor on regular points, end point, midpoint, center. Okay, so for example, now at this moment all these points are on, all the object snaps are on. Okay, so okay, and then simply I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, next I want to draw a line which starting point of that particular line should be a center point of already drawn object. Okay, if I will go to the circle, so it is going to highlight one plus symbol. Okay, in between the center of this geometry. Okay,
तो
so
प्लस
that is
सिंबल
mean
आया कैसे?
I'm going to. So I took my cursor on this circle. So initially I clicked on a line. Okay, and simply I took my cursor on this circle.
Okay.
Okay,
हाँ.
and when I come to this, it is showing one green circle. Okay, and that means a center point. Okay, so it tracked, or what we can say, it snapped our cursor to the center point of this geometry. If I will go to the,
Okay.
okay, so it's showing that it is a quadrant. So it is going to snap my cursor on a quadrant of this particular circle. If I will be here, it is going to snap as a nearest.
Okay.
So green symbol is there. Again, this is a quadrant, this is a quadrant, and this is a quadrant. It is showing you are drawing something which is starting from that particular coordinate. Okay, or you are starting your sketch from the center point of circle.
Okay.
So it confirms that yes, you placed first point on a right place. Okay, yes, and it is going to define as the second point is also at right location. Okay, so it will confirm us yes, your sketch is okay.
Okay.
And this is how object snap work. So similarly, 3D snap is also there. Okay, once we start working with 3D objects, okay,
Okay.
whatever points the 3D object has are listed over here, that points we can track or
Okay.
we can snap. Okay, the next very important is dynamic input. Okay, so dynamic input is something like if I click on it, okay, and I will start doing something. So nearer to the third corner of my this cursor. Okay, so we are getting 1, 2, 3 dialog box specify first point, then some value is there, some digits are there, 16.72, then 21.34. So instead of we are not writing it into the okay here directly we are going to edit in this particular window, right?
Okay.
And this one. So that is mean the dynamic input on. So we are going to define value on a box which is attached to our cursor, right?
Hmm.
So this is called as dynamic input. Actually, we should define all the command window, but we are defining directly in a sketch. Okay. So if I will make it off, enable point input, enable dimension input, done. Okay.
Hmm.
So if I click on a line, so now it is not appearing. Then so now if I want point, I must go to the command window and I have to define the value of point.
Hmm.
Okay. Done.
Let's see.
So this is how dynamic input works. And if I want to make it on and off directly by using a this particular status bar, here is this dynamic input off and on. Simply I will click on it, it will become activated. Now you can see again that particular dialog box is open.
Hmm.
So we can make changes, we can make changes in the location, position, and all that things from this particular dialog box. Okay, so at this moment, just we are going to see how to make it on and off. Simply, we have to check these boxes.
Hmm.
So next one is quick properties. Quick properties is a thing which is going to define the properties of an object. Okay, that will be quick properties. For example, okay, now I'll make a it is on. Okay, I have drawn one line. Enter. Okay. After drawing a line, if I look on this line, okay, that is selection of this particular line. So there will be a one box. Okay, dialog box is there. So that dialog box is of basic properties, which is going to show the properties of line, name of line, then the color of line. Okay, the color is by layer, layer 0, line type. All these properties are shown over here. Okay, so we can make it off also. Quick properties. If I will uncheck this after selection of this line, it is not going to show this particular.
Mm.
If we want, we can make that on ds to keep it on, and the settings related with this particular box we can change from here. The location of that, okay, then palette behavior, then palette display.
Hmm.
Okay, so basic settings are there. You can change based on your requirement. Okay,
Okay.
the next and last one is selection cycling. Okay, so that is also a very important point, selection cycling. So when it is in use, so suppose I have drawn one circle over here. Okay, then I have drawn one another circle which
Okay.
overlaps on this particular circle. Okay, now if I want to select one of the circle from these two circles,
Hmm.
so it will be difficult for me. I'm not able to understood which circle is get selected, right? Because here we are having two circles. So this one is previous circle and this one is next circle. So for selecting the whatever circle we want to select, we need to keep the cycle on. If selection cycle is on, let's see what happens. I will make it is allow selection cycling on. Okay. So if I click on this circle, here we are getting two options.
Okay, sir.
Right. Selection dialog box will be get open, circle and circle. So these two are circle diff. But if we are having different properties, this circle is previously drawn and this circle is currently drawn.
Okay.
Okay. So we can select any of the circle based on our requirement. So this is how the circle works, and how to make it on and off directly by using this particular status bar. So here is the option. If we hover our cursor over this particular status bar, this was which option is going to get on and off.
Okay.
Okay, so all the DS settings, maximum DS settings can be done by using this status bar. Okay, if some of the tools are not present in this particular status bar, so simply go to this particular symbol customization, click on it. Okay, and check all the this particular icons are available on this particular status bar. Okay, so for selection cycling, we can make it on or from here. Then from all the symbol over here, snap totally represents snapping reference lines. This kind of what I follow snap cursor in a orthographical. If I make it on now and I start drawing a line, so I'm able to draw perfect horizontal and perfect vertical line. Okay, no doubt I can incline line. So I'm going to use the objects now. Otherwise, it is going to draw pure vertical and pure horizontal lines. They will vertical lines. Or the ortho mode is to assist us to draw a particular ortho mode on and off by pressing F8. Okay, then done. DS. Then maximum we have studied.